When I first came to Penn State, I was approached by a senior who was interested in starting a fraternity.
The land of men of Alpha Rho forever glory bound.
Even though Delta Lambda Phi is a fraternity that is focused around welcoming gay, bisexual, trans, and progressive men, we do so much more work in general social justice ideas. New members spend 8 weeks as part of a new member process before they become brothers. And during that process, their education is built only about 20% around actual fraternal knowledge. This entire education program is really built on bringing them to a higher level of social awareness, and that entire program is something that I built over the last 3 years and is shared among chapters across the country. After getting involved with the fraternity and founding the chapter here, I got involved in the LGBT Student Resource Center. I do a lot of the marching and the rallying and the speaking, or the teaching in classes and having one-on-one meetings with administrators and staff and faculty to try to make positive change. If I don't tell people that I'm gay, and if I don't tell them that I came from a upper middle class background, and I just tell them I grew up on a farm in Lancaster County, the stereotype that comes along with who I am gives me the power to say pretty much whatever I want in spaces that are controlled by heterosexual upper middle class white men. To be able to fit into that kind of group, the boys club that is running the majority of the major institutions in America and holding most of the power, is a huge avenue where I can use my privilege. I could use my position at a table where a lot of other people didn't have voices to voice the concerns of those who were not at the table. I feel like it is my obligation to help other people, and it is my obligation to do the work that other people can't do, or that other people won't do.
When we work as a community towards a collective vision to use our strength.
So an ethical leader can't decide that at the rally today, he or she is going to be an ethical leader, and then in the workplace tomorrow be quiet while something that is wrong is happening. I find that the most exciting places where my passion really lights up, and I can feel that jazz, comes with being able to bridge the gap between race and gender and sexuality and class and culture and religion. I can't wait to explore those intersections because I feel like it's at those intersections of identity that the answers to the questions lie. I don't think I could do this work if I didn't believe change was possible. And I believe that social change will happen and that people will change.
And he became a student leader almost his first year here.
So when people see that I'm doing this work and they praise me as if it's some part of who I am that makes me able to do this work, I always like to remind people that there is nothing different about me that separates me from other people in the work that I do. It is simply allowing myself to be the hero in my own life. And that's what I feel like I should do for others, is inspire them to be heroes in their own lives.
But born out of that fear was one of the most beautiful dreams ever conceived at Penn State, the idea of a brighter future for LGBT people.